Hey everyone, now regarding the recent story involving Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein, I'm going to make no actual comment on any of that, but I would like to point a couple of things out. Do you notice how few pictures there actually are of Epstein and Andrew together? Like literally 3, and that is of them walking in Central Park together. There's this one. There is this one, which is my favourite. I'll come back to that in a minute. And finally there is this one. Terrible pitch quality as always. You can see loads of ghosting around the figures. And I'll go back to the previous picture and I'll tell you why it's my favourite. Because if you go down, you notice that Jeffrey Epstein's right leg, it becomes transparent, and you can see the right jean leg of Prince Andrew. It just sort of goes through it for some reason. And also Jeffrey Epstein seems to have changed his shoes. If you notice here, they're just plain brown, look like clogs actually, but in an earlier picture you can clearly see there is a red ring around them, but that seems to have disappeared. Now going back to pictures of Andrew and everything, one very famous photo is this one, which has been alleged it's photoshopped, and I'm going to say, yeah, I'd probably agree, because I think all the pictures of Prince Andrew with Jeffrey Epstein are photoshopped. Just like we said, Mr. Transparent Leg. Now, why would they need to fabricate pictures of these two together? Now, I look closely. Is it just me, or is there a resemblance between these two people? If we look closely at the teeth, the facial characteristics are obviously different, but an interesting thing happens when you overlay Andrew's face onto Jeffrey Epstein. These are not identical poses. I've lined them up as best I could. Now you will see, I'm now erasing the picture of Andrew so we can see Jeffrey underneath. You will see that right down to their wrinkles around the eyes, the ratio of their eyes to nose to ears to nostrils line up perfectly. Now, I'm sure you know my belief on the royal family. Everything written about them in the mainstream media, good, bad or indifferent, is fabricated, is made up. We've got another picture we can use of these two together. Now again, I lined them up as absolute best I could, which is not easy to do. And once again, we see that even down to the eyebrows, these people match completely. Is it possible Jeffrey Epstein is not a real person. Just somebody wearing a latex mask. And is it possible that the person wearing the latex mask is the same person that dresses up as Prince Andrew? Now, I know people that will say they've met, not necessarily Prince Andrew, but other members of his family. And to that I say, I know people that say they've met Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse at Disney World. I know people that say they've met Ronald McDonald. I've seen Ronald McDonald. Does that mean he's real? Is Jeffrey Epstein just a fabricated character used to sell newspapers? Would this Virginia person who's made the allegations get within a mile of a news studio if she was genuinely making an accusation against the elite? I don't think so. So why would they fabricate such a story? Who knows? Possibly. If they come up with an event that they can easily disprove, for example, Prince Andrew can prove without a shadow of doubt he was at a Pizza Express on the day that it's alleged he assaulted a minor. They can then, any future allegations that might come up against him or others can easily be dismissed by saying, yeah, we've had this before. Randy Andy is an easy target, what with his reputation. And like I say, everything, good, bad or indifferent, written about these people is not to be believed, not to be trusted. As always, I would love to hear your take on it. Share any comments or questions you have. And as always, thank you for watching.